So I woke up in a strange room, didn't remember where I am, who I am, or how I got here. This was on my bed, this was under my bed, and also there was this door. And what's behind the door? This is the Skoda 100, a rear-engined economy saloon made in Czechoslovakia in the 1970s. It's kind of rusted to shit and not working. And I have to repair it as it's my only way out. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but if you look outside, you can see that I am kind of stranded in a desert. I should talk about the car. Yeah, so the Skoda 100 is definitely a car. It had like 40-ish horsepower, but the cool thing about it is the fact that it's a rear-engine saloon, which are not made anymore, so they're quite rare. I mean, can you think of one other than this one without Googling? Yeah, see, that's what I thought. But honestly, when is the last time you've seen a rear-engine four-door car? They actually used to be fairly common in Europe, with all these Skodas and Tatras, one of which looks like an inbred Beetle. Americans also had the four-door Corvair, and see, I know something about American cars at least. Who would have thought? Oh yeah, I should go fix the car, I reckon. So naturally, the first thing I did is go to the garage and arm myself. But then, I saw some roided up rabbit trying to approach me. It actually managed to get into the house, but of course, me being me, I handled the situation like a serious and grown-up adult I am. Die! Die! So I threw him outside and then tried to figure out how to load my gun, just in case, you know, and then I got to working. First, I put some oil in the car, then I found a motorcycle and a Minecraft skin. Also, I pissed myself. Then, I saw these stairs which led to the attic, and up there, I found a bunch of stuff. This thing I threw out, car cleaning supplies, trophies, this bucket of water I drank whole, food, and most importantly, a katana. So after gathering all that stuff by lovingly throwing it on the ground downstairs, I saw this slidey window hatch thing, and it's like my neurons activated. I had to climb on the roof. So I tried to get out the window, and of course, I get stuck. What in the Jesus's counterfeit left testicle? I'm about as stuck as a stepsister in a washing machine. So after getting myself unstuck, I went downstairs and decided to go to the basement, and there I found 40 liters of alcohol and this sex doll. Also, I kept hearing loud screeching noises, and I don't know what happened, but I just saw these two dead rabbits outside this window. Oh. So that's good. Then I went to sleep. Yeah, you know what? I will sleep with my sword out tonight. What? No. And after I woke up, I was looking for stuff around the room when I discovered something. First of all, this is not connected, and also, what the? Can I even go inside of here? I wanna go. What? Why? Okay, that sucks. Doesn't let me go. I seem to be really fat in this game because I can't fit anywhere. So after moving everything I found in the basement upstairs, I started fixing up the car. First, I put all the petrol I had in the fuel tank, which isn't a lot. I realized the car has a big rust problem, but I found a solution. You can use this little brush to remove all the rust. If we brush for long enough, it will get rid of rust. It actually works a little too good. And the brush broke. I might have used up the entire brush. And I only have one door left. I hate my life. Then I polished the car until my sponge ran out of fuel. So I found another one, and that one ran out of fuel too, but not before I polished most of the car, except for some minor parts you don't really notice, like, you know, the bonnet. Right, I started packing. I filled as many things with water as I could and also took all the food I had. And then I ran around the house looking for literally anything I could stuff inside of the car. You never know what you're gonna need in the desert, better become prepared. Also, I read somewhere you could put a clock here, so that too. It took me quite a while to work out the logistics of all of this, but after I was done, I put Mr. Giraffe on the passenger seat and then went to bed. It was the morning of day 5. I woke up, got out of bed, and went to the garage because this day was special. We put this down. We open this. We can get in. I hope. If I start the car. Yes! So for the first time ever, I moved the car out of the garage. But before I could go, I wanted to check out some things around the house. I got everything, I think. We can close the door. No strange rabbits. But first, I gotta check out my surroundings. First, I checked out the well. Let's see. This is a well. And this is ammo. I'm taking that. This, I'm also taking that. Then I went over to the bus stop. I am a bit hungry. Let's see, when does the bus come? Sadly, I couldn't read the schedule because I don't speak Chinese. I don't think there's anything for me to see here. But then, I discovered I have a post box. What the Rabbit? What is this? Please visit me. I love Mom. She spelled her own name wrong. Okay. With all those things back, it was finally time for me to go. But before I do, I'm gonna teach you how to make a days video. The most important thing is to have a day counter like all the cool YouTubers, and it needs to be like as big as possible and incredibly obnoxious. This will do. And just like that, I was on my way. But as I drove, I noticed something. For some reason, I just couldn't stop spinning out. Yeah, this car is lovely to drive. I just want to spin out. At a volcano. Then, out of the corner of my eye, I spotted something. What? And as I was squinting my eyes, trying to get a better look, I realized, wait a second, if I'm doing this, who is steering the car? Whoa. Stop. After I regained the control of the car, I decided to go check out the big thing I saw. It looks like a giant Enderman. As I was getting closer, I realized that's not exactly an Enderman. It's a watchtower, and who knows what or who could be up there. I bit my tongue. But yeah, then, just in case, I grabbed a gun from the car, and then I took a piss, which was actually a mistake on my end, because there is a famous quote from Sun Tzu, The Art of War, and it goes like this: piss on the enemy. So yeah, my bad. I take full responsibility on that one. Anyways, I got up there slowly approaching the tower, knowing that each and every step I take could be one step closer to stepping into a massive pile of dog shit. I was prepared for immediate danger as I cautiously climbed the ladder, eventually reaching the top. My eyes. And up there, I found... anyone here? Well, 2 revolvers, actually. So I threw them down, put them in the car, and went about my day. As I was driving back to the road, I caught a glimpse of another watchtower, so I drove towards it. No. When I got to the tower and was about to start climbing, I noticed something. I see something in the distance. But first, we gotta check out this thing. Anything different this time? This time, I found a can of oil, which is okay, but oil is not exactly what I need. I really need some petrol. I only have 2 liters in the tank, so if I don't find some more soon, we're gonna have a problem. If I go to that thing over there and find diesel, I'm gonna be pissed. So I went to that thing over there and found a guy. I saw a human inside. I cautiously got out of the car and pulled my revolver out because I didn't know if the person inside was friendly or not. I hope they're friendly. What the? Whoever this guy was, he seemed absolutely nuts.
The others will kill you.
The others. Him saying that got me a little spooked, so I went inside to investigate. What the What the fuck? Okay, this is creepy as hell. I needed to check the building to see if I can find any petrol, but it was getting late, so I had to be quick. Okay. Okay, we just have to... Yes! Yes, petrol! I fueled up the car, and then got a torch to see if I can find some more petrol. That's a piece of shit. That's a fridge. Okay, that's cool. I don't know what that is, but... Hold on. What? Unfortunately, I haven't been able to find anything, so I returned to the car and went to sleep. Breaking news! Strange human-like creatures spotted in the desert. They are called wankas, but they can also be referred to as zombies. They are actually humans affected by the unknown, uncurable disease that has been spreading rapidly in the area. If you're currently in or going towards the desert and have seen a zombie, please head back immediately because the zombie is not alone and is definitely not the last one you'll see. So, I woke up on day 6, pretty amazed I wasn't killed during the night. Right. I put my torch in the glove box, and then I went to check on the dead guy I left outside yesterday when I heard a strange noise. What? Okay then. Right. No idea what that was, but I figured, hey, I'm tired, I slept in the car, plus I'm in the desert, plus clinically insane, probably just seeing things. Anyways, I've got an idea. So, you know, I really don't have much petrol or gear, and we're in the desert. There is nothing around. Besides the occasional abandoned building, of course. Yup, that's how I'm gonna gear up for this. By stealing. A lot. But where am I gonna put all the stuff I steal? What could I use? Do you see something that could help me carry all this stuff? A trailer? What? I'm stealing a trailer from the petrol station that belonged to a dead person who I killed, and I'm gonna use it to steal more stuff. We got a trailer. And then I started LARPing as a Romanian gypsy, and I just put anything I could find in the trailer. Doesn't fit the car? Psst, doesn't matter to me. I take it anyway. So yeah, then I went inside to steal more. Now this looks like Dan Snyder's What Dream. So... disclaimer, don't try this at home. Don't put the cowboy hat from the severed feet box on your head. This stunt is being performed by a decapitated feet professional. Me. Oh, hell yeah. So then I put everything else in the trailer and leave, and it was pretty smooth sailing for the next 20 seconds or so, but then I had to avoid this rock, so yeah, I spun out. As I was driving, I thought to myself, these people seem like zombies. They even had dead human parts in like a box. Also, what's up with the aliens? I just don't know what's happening. I've been wondering, what is this? I think whatever it is, it's probably not safe for me to go there. And also, I should probably just follow the road, because if I don't follow the road, I don't know where I am. I'm gonna get lost. I don't have like a compass or a map or anything, so I'm gonna follow the road, and I see something over there. Might be like a house. This car handles like a giraffe. I see a small house there, a big house there, and whatever that is, it looks like a house. It looks like man-made, but it could be one of these. So I drove to the nearest structure and began exploring. Let's look at the fuel situation. I mean, not the best, but I think we can use like some alcohol. Hopefully we find either fuel or more bullets up here. Is there even anything? Wow, what a shit place. I was gonna look at that thing. It looks like a ship, honestly. And this is a radio tower or something. And then that is just like a house. It's just like a small house. So as you might be able to hear from my lovely voice and coughing, I was pretty sick at the time of recording this. That's also the reason why I don't talk much during the video. Yeah, anyways, I fell asleep on top of the tower, woke up, did my morning routine. Hold on. Any second now? Yeah, there we go. What the hell did I do? And then finally started driving towards one of the structures I saw last night. The small house. There's a TV. Anyone inside? Oh, it's a mess inside. So I opened the door and it was revealed just how big of a mess it is. Yeah, this is pretty messy. However, there are a lot of things I can nick from here. I even found a little bit of petrol, so I can actually continue driving in a game called The Long Drive. I know, that's insane. Well, time to go through all of this and take anything I can fit in the car. And yep, sure enough, that's exactly what I did. I just sorted stuff for the next like 3 days. Didn't even talk except for like this one thing. You know what I really hate? When you watch YouTube, right? And the person in the video takes like 2 minutes at the beginning to be like, oh, look at this graph. No one like 0% of you are subscribed. No one who actually watches my videos is subscribed. People only subscribe to my channel so they know what not to watch. They click the bell so they get notified what video to avoid. Or when they're like, pick some completely unrelated channel and they're like, oh, I'm only 5 subscribe, I don't know, away from them. We need to beat them. I'm sure everyone understood what I mean, it makes sense to me. Future editing me, please make it so that it makes sense. Well, I don't think I can, but yeah, I was there until day 9 when I finally filmed the Romania trailer and then decided to leave. Okay, so after quite a bit of time spent here, this is how I organized my stuff. So I headed towards the radio tower, but then I got there and saw there's nothing around. That was not a waste of time at all. Well, time to go to the big ship-looking building. Also, have you noticed the terrain is not quite as deserty anymore, and the terrain would become even less deserty as I was approaching the building, and the closer I got, the more I realized it's not a building at all. It is actually a beached cargo ship next to a desert somehow. If I don't find any fuel, I am setting the place on fire with the little fuel I have. And then I went around the ship because I didn't know how to get inside. And there I found a big hole where I could get inside. And it was quite scary at first, but I went in and the first thing I see is this barrel. There's a barrel off. That's right, this ship is full of petrol and various other liquids, which is great because I had about 4.5 liters in my car and now I don't even have to worry about fuel for a very long time. So I spent the next 2 days sorting it all out and putting as much as I could in the trailer, and on day 11 I finally headed back for the road. Problems. So I got out of the car and the thing was freaking out. It flew around and all this stuff was scattered everywhere. It pretty much took me the rest of the day to collect everything, and after that I drove to this little house that was nearby and I spent the night in front of it. In the morning I was greeted by a beautiful voice of a zombie. So I looked through the window, saw him, shot him. Nothing happened, went inside, shot again, he died, and then I could finally explore the house in peace. Didn't really find anything useful there except for this tap, but then I went to the loo, and as I was coming back, I saw something very important. Whoa. Yep, a new trailer. I didn't see it at first because of the tall grass, you know, but look at how nice and shiny this is. Mine's all rusty and bleh, so of course I spent the rest of the day putting everything into this trailer. Then in the morning, when it was time to go, I noticed I don't really know where to go. See, the roads in this game always have a pole next to them on the same side, but I am a fucking idiot. I've been unable to tell left from right since birth, and it's like really bad. I'll even forget which side I'm supposed to be on while driving a car in real life, and I also mess up the turn signals a lot. You'd think that'd be pretty straightforward, but nope, not for me. I am a natural BMW driver, even though I hate those cars. Or like, I'll sit in a car and it feels like the steering wheel is on the opposite side from where I was before. I also can't tell east and west apart. North and south though, gotta tell you, I'm pretty good at those. So yeah, in other words, I don't know which way I came from. Okay, so I think we came from there because it's a tower and it's that thing and it's that thing. So I started driving. Did I literally go towards the thing that I said not to go towards? Yep. I have the navigational skills of Zoro from One Piece. Also, as I was driving, I was thinking, when does this video end? This game is procedurally generated, which means it's infinite. Then I looked at my recordings hard drive and I was like, yeah, 50 days I reckon. So basically I have to drive as far as I can within those 50 days. And I heard somewhere you can drive around the entire world in like 20 days. So the planet Earth, in real life I meant, I expect to end up exactly where I started at some point. I haven't seen anything for a while now. Anyways, after a while I stopped and checked around me to see where I should go. There is a house. Okay, that seems interesting. So I started off-roading to the house. Oh, this is not good. If there is an NPC in this house, I'm gonna scream and That's not gonna be fun. Once I got there, I saw this fridge fall from the roof, but other than that, it seemed very peaceful. I'm gonna bring this fridge to the car if anyone's listening. I mean harm. I mean extreme harm. Then I went inside to explore the house and immediately found a zombie.
I see you now.
I attempted to shoot at him, but the gun wouldn't shoot and he started chasing me. At that point, all I could do was just run backwards while desperately trying to shoot the zombie, but the gun was just totally jammed. He was coming closer and closer, so I equipped the katana and sliced right through him. That was pretty scary. I don't know what kind of damage these guys do, so I am too scared to even get hit once. Well, whatever. That was done, and now it's back to the same business as usual. Stealing. After about a day of that, I went back to the road. And on the road, I was only driving for a little while when I spotted another one of those garages. But this one was special. It had a car in front of it. It was one of those 60s American cars I know nothing about. So obviously I tried to start it. Upon further inspection, the fuel tank was empty. There was no coolant. There was diesel in the oil tank. I wonder why it's not starting. Yes, sir. I pillaged the shed until day 16, and my trailer was looking very organized, by the way. Then I sat in the car, and it looked like I grew taller, or my FRV increased, even though I didn't do anything. And this sun visor was annoying me, so I killed him. But hey, I was out of this green, grassy area, and the ground seemed to be getting more dry as I drove. And sure enough, I saw desert in the distance, but also a weird looking building. So obviously I had to go. So I'm approaching the building and suddenly, bam, a bus. There was also this guy doing things, so I killed him. And then I explored the house. There was nothing inside except water. Ah, look at the architecture. Trust me, I'm an engineer. Also, I climbed on top of the house, but I just couldn't find anything, so I left. You might be wondering, why didn't you try to drive the bus? And I also have no idea. Somehow I just didn't. I passed by the bus multiple times, but I just ignored it for some reason. Also, you remember how I talked about my sense of direction? Yeah, well, I drove back to the shed with the car in front accidentally. The thing is, I didn't even notice until I was there. I was like, oh yeah, this is familiar. I turned around and drove, but I didn't go far because of the night, so I just slept on the road. Very safe. In the morning, I drove until I saw this house. So I walk up to it and I don't know either. Luckily, this game has autosaves. Anyways, I killed the guy and there's a golf climbing the wall or something. Huh. But yeah, there wasn't anything for me to take in the house, so I just continued driving. The next day, I drove to this tower and found an empty revolver. Sick. I realized I had a problem with ammo. Every single weapon I was finding only came with a couple of bullets inside, and I just didn't have any extra ammo. And considering how much I'm using the weapons, I really need to find some ammo quick. So as I was returning to the road, I saw another ship in the distance, so I went to check it out. I'm coming inside. Sex people be like. Okay, so I was there until the end of day 21, just sitting in darkness and filling up fuel, and also getting attacked by rabbits. I'm coming outside. People who have sex outside be like. Gay people be like. A sperm whose dad shoots them onto a napkin be like. I spent the night at the nearest watchtower, and tomorrow, as I was returning to the road, I heard a loud pop. But I checked the car and I couldn't find anything, so it must have been my imagination, I guess. Then I noticed the car just has no power. I was flooring it and it took ages to accelerate, and while I was focusing on all of that, I crashed. I mean, not much happened. I lost this door and I just put it back on, no biggie. Anyways, ship moment. Probably not very smart to do considering my car is pulling so much weight. The rear is squatting and it has no power, but you know, I still went and did it. When I left the ship, the car was struggling to go uphill, but I detached the trailer to see if it would help, and it was struggling even without the trailer. I still drove it up and then it flipped. This was bad. The car was on its roof. The engine was dying and overheating, but it was getting dark, so my only choice was to go to sleep and fix this tomorrow. When I woke up tomorrow, the situation wasn't as bad as I expected it to be. I actually didn't lose much stuff, and I just had to pour some coolant in to fix the car. The car was still squatting, and I still don't know how. All the heavy stuff was in the back of the trailer, and the wheels are in the middle. I'm not an expert, but I assume it would be pulling the car up, but whatever. Since the road was uphill, I decided to take a detour to that thing over there and go off-road until the road starts sloping down. Going off-road, however, probably wasn't the smartest idea because I flipped the car 10 seconds in. But everything was fine, so I just continued. My car was really bouncy as it drove here, but you know, what can you do? Maybe the car isn't supposed to look like this. Since I was moving at the speed of light, I took off the trailer temporarily, took a drink, and then went to check out the building out. By Romanian trailer, I will be back. So I got to the building, right? And it turns out it's a 20,000 liter water tank. Damn, I should have brought my trailer. Well, went back to the trailer, put it on, and we drove into the sunset. Alright, I'm back on the road again. The car is bouncing on the road now, so that's a thing. And not just on the uphill. This is constant. Normal people would just be annoyed and probably remove the trailer or something, but I found it hilarious.
Aloha, we are from Romania, our country is very, very beautiful. The girls are very fuckable.
Okay, maybe I should do something about this. So of course, I put it all back together and didn't do anything about it. Instead, I saw a house and drove to said house, and there I killed a zombie, found bottled blood. So we have blood, alcohol, and diesel. Lovely. Found ammo, drank from a random bucket, and as I was exploring further, I found this wheel and I got a genius idea. What? You know how lorry tires are built to carry more than car tires and are also bigger? Well, this game doesn't exactly have suspension you can change, but you can put any tires you want on your car. So I was thinking, if I put lorry tires on the back and that raises the back of the car and I become a Brazilian trucker, and then the heavy trailer brings it down so it evens out. Genius idea, except that it didn't fucking work. I think there's a bit less bumping. Says me while being shaken violently by the car. You need to look at the positive side. For example, we're back in the desert. Yay. All this thing did was make the car handle worse and went to flip over. But hey, I actually might have done something because I ended up reaching the top of the hill somehow. By the way, I stopped here to ride this bike. Over the next couple of days, I literally just drove. I saw a couple of buildings and only stopped briefly, but I didn't really find anything. However, at some point, I stopped by the road to check my coolant and stuff, and... What the hell? What is happening right now? What? Huh? A rabbit ran into the car, killed itself, and made a mess. But hey, I put everything back inside and I was on my way. Until my car glitched underground. And my things glitched through the car, so I had to take out everything to get to my stuff and put it back in. Doing this every 2 days is getting a little bit annoying. On day 32, I was driving and saw this huge house next to the road. I didn't know what it was, so I went to explore and steal. So I parked, opened the gate, and tried to look at the car in front, but I was interrupted by multiple zombies. I went inside, but I was too scared to go further, so I went back outside and I saw a zombie, so, you know, I killed him. And I figured, well, now it's gonna be a less scary, so I went back in and got scared again and went outside. And then I found another zombie from outside and killed him from outside through the window. but I could still hear more, and since I am a very brave person, I dipped. I reached the grassy area again and saw a bus, but this time I actually tried to get inside, but it was locked or something. I just couldn't get in. I actually took a break here and returned like 2 hours later, and so I load in, right? And what do I see? What the hell? Like, I failed math once because I missed my exam, so I'm not an expert, but I think there were less buses before I left. Okay. Anyways, later I spun out and flipped and had to put everything back in the car again. And then I spun out again and I just had enough. The trailer must go. But what do you mean, the trailer must go? Where am I gonna put all this stuff? Well, that is the part of the problem. You see, besides making my car heavier and slower and more imbalanced and making me flip over constantly, I also have another problem. The game got boring. I am just driving, and when I need anything, I can just stop and take it out from the trailer. There is no longer a need for me to stop and go search some random house just to keep my car going. And you know, that might be a good thing, but it's also extremely boring. So I put some necessities in the car, mostly fuel and water. You know, I figured I'm not gonna need the wheels because I didn't need them so far and I crashed like 17 times. Goodbye trailer, it was fun while it lasted. After I removed the trailer, surprise surprise, the bumping has stopped completely and I was able to go a lot faster. However, I did forget to change my rear tires back to normal, so the car was kind of all over the place. It was okay and it was drivable, I thought, until I lost control of the car. Yeah, I crashed. The car was mostly okay though. Nothing flew out or anything except for one of my rear tires, which broke off and was literally nowhere to be found. I am an idiot, but there was nothing I could do. I didn't have a spare wheel or anything, so I just continued driving. Right, go. But after a few minutes of scraping on the road, I saw a big house. However, it was on the downhill. I knew if I went down there and didn't find a wheel, I wouldn't be able to get back on the road. But I did it anyways because, I mean, I don't know. Oh, I hate my life. So, after almost flipping over, I went to check on the engine. Wait, what? Stop. Stop. Why me? Why? Stop, for the love of God. I don't want to. As I was chasing the car, I naturally multitasked by pissing and shitting along the way. This fucking car. Oh, of course, yeah, now conveniently when I'm here, you won't move, but without me, you just go. No problem. Off-roading downhill without a wheel is incredibly sketchy, but somehow I made it without flipping. No, god damn it, no. Yes. Please have a car, please have a car. And when I got close, I realized it's just like the house I ran away from because I was scared. I am so not looking forward to this. However, this time I didn't have such luxurious options. I had to go inside. And I went inside the courtyard and there was a car. But I could already see it doesn't have any wheels. No, my luck couldn't get any worse. Or so I thought. But as I got closer to check the car out, I saw something in the distance. Yes, it's got a trailer. The trailer had 2 perfectly good wheels and tires I could use, so I brought them to the car, put them on, and put the spare under the bonnet, and then I drove off. We gotta go. I hate these houses. It's kind of weird how the thing I got rid of just a couple of days prior came back and saved me when I needed it most, I guess. Also, while I was digging under the bonnet earlier, I noticed something else. Also, I don't have any oil. I'm pretty sure I had oil under the bonnet and now it's just not there. Well, time to stop at some house again to go look for it. I missed this. Naturally, I didn't find any oil in that house, but my car wasn't really low on oil, so I didn't need it urgently. But driving the car feels so much better now, and there's some crosshair or something okay? Oh look, another house and oil. Cool. On day 40, I was driving and looking at my second monitor, which was a good idea, and this happened. It seems like I hit my head hard because there was blood all over the windshield. Also, one of the rear doors has disappeared, but after inspecting the car, everything was there and the car actually seemed pretty healthy. Until about 20 seconds later when my engine stopped working. Uh-oh. Oh, what? No. God damn it. Sir, my engine and radiator were not attached for some reason, and once I put them together, so much steam came out. It's like I was running a nuclear power plant in the back or something. That seemed to fix my engine issues, but there was another problem. Of course there is. Sir, as I drive, things move around a little and get closer to falling out, and then I try to reach for them and bring them back in, and I don't pay attention to the road when I'm doing it, and then I have to avoid something real quick and then everything just falls out. Like this time I tried to avoid a rabbit and I spun out and everything just left my car, and like the car turns slightly and then stuff flies out again. It is a mess. Sir, I was looking for any possible solution to fix this, but the only house I found was this, and it literally had nothing. I don't know if this game has fall damage, but I mean, let me see. Oh, seems like it doesn't, so at least that's something. To make the matters worse... I think we overheated. What the... What? Say, isn't there supposed to be we don't have coolant. What the hell am I gonna do now? Oh my god, I crashed like so long ago. Yeah, now I was really stranded. My radiator went somewhere and the engine was overheating and just cutting out. There was nothing I could do other than wait for the engine to cool off. Tomorrow, when the engine was cool, I drove further in hopes of finding a building with a replacement radiator. Also, I drove with my boot open because I thought it would like cool the engine, but it didn't seem to do anything. But yeah, I saw a building and just headed down there, but once I arrived, I checked, but I couldn't find any car outside, so I just left. And while I was driving, the engine would just stop working, just constantly cut out. No. But here, because the terrain is relatively flat, if I get enough momentum, I can just kind of roll and, you know, it's not that big of a deal. My engine died again. But at some point, I am going to stop because just engine not working. So I just kind of have to wait a little bit and then I can go. God damn it, not again. But where am I going? Well, I saw another one of these houses that I just keep finding, so I'm going there. When I arrived there, luckily there was a car, but not just a car. 2 cars, but not just 2 cars. 2 4-door cars with radiators, so I could actually fix both of my problems. And I mean, to be fair, the radiator is really rusty and the brush just doesn't want to fix it, so I'll have to replace it at some point. And both doors are also rusty as hell and are not exactly a perfect fit, but it doesn't matter. I'll probably get another one at some point, and you know, it is a door, it closes, it's good enough for me. So with both of my issues fixed in a very sketchy way, I headed further to a petrol station that I saw on my way back to the road. There I found some cleaning supplies, so I cleaned the blood off the car, I replaced the tires, I found a door that was in better condition, but I didn't really like how it fit, so I just didn't end up using it. I was going to replace the radiator, but I didn't find one because the only car that was there was this Volkswagen Beetle, which is air-cooled, so it doesn't have a radiator. But overall, it was a win, I guess. I left the petrol station pretty happy because my car was finally fixed. However, it wasn't. Well, it kind of was until my car's ass got so hot it started smoking quite a bit, and when I tried to move things around to get a better look behind me, I hit a pole and there was blood on the windshield again. But sure enough, the car was overheating, which isn't great, but well, it drives and I don't exactly have a better cooling solution, so it is what it is. The next day it drove fine, but I stopped at 2 houses and neither of them had a radiator. Kind of unlucky, but hey, the car still drives. Why is this barrel here? But yeah, that's about it for the day. Tomorrow is day 45, so we're almost done. Let's try not to do something dumb that would mess everything up and cause problems at this stage. So I found a bus and decided to put bus wheels on my car. All 4 of them this time. No idea why. I didn't mention. I just did it. It's like I learned nothing from my past mistakes. Remember when I put lorry tires on the back of my car and it ended up being terrible? Well, this time I did it with even bigger bus tires. All 4 of them too. Hell yeah, baby, we're a monster truck now. To be fair, my tires are kind of... As you can imagine, the car was extremely slow, extremely wobbly, and also... Okay, maybe there are some downsides. Whoa! So if you've got these wheels, I would suggest not turning this steering wheel. Oh my god! Whoa! I don't know if my brakes are quite enough to stop these. Yeah, okay, car. There's nothing. I checked. Let's go. Yeah, that started happening again. You know, at least they still look kinda cool. I had to spend a lot of time cleaning up again. And oh no, this isn't the only time this happened, of course. What the... What? How am I always on my roof in this bloody car? Hey, no! Stop. Yep, yeah, sleep. So, I started my day by going the wrong way and then flipping the car, of course. I noticed I was going in the wrong direction. I know because these things are supposed to be on the left, the right, what's that? I think this is the right side. Or at least I'm like 10% sure. Hold on, let me look. Oh my god, I was... I'm looking at the footage. I was going the wrong way for so long. What the hell? Oh, it's just a rock. Cactus. Oh, man. I continued driving in the right direction, although I wish I didn't because driving this car is unbearable. No. Please stop, please stop. Ah, god damn it. So I stopped here and immediately started digging through the dumpster and I found a leg. I'm gonna beat you up. Oh, I can actually kill people with a leg. What? I spent the rest of the day filling up coolant and oil because my car is slowly killing itself. And there weren't any normal tires, so I was still stuck with these. Oh, it's gonna take like 10 years to stop now. Still stopping? I should probably fix that. Tomorrow, I flipped the car, like usual, but I'm so good at it now, I don't even have to get out anymore. Maybe? Yes. I found some abandoned lorry, but it had nothing to fix my car with, so I just left. You reckon it'll start? You know, my car is constantly flipping, and it's been a while since it overheated. Maybe the issue has just resolved itself? Yeah, this is a problem, but it's worse. My car moves 5 kilometers an hour, overheats constantly, flips constantly, and now it can't even drive and has to be pushed. What a thing to end the day with. The next day, I was still trying to drive uphill. My car overheated. I was assaulted by a rabbit, and the car just straight up wanted to die, and everything flew out. I think this is the worst it's ever been. We've reached rock bottom and everything is just falling apart. Cleaning up lasted all the way until the morning of day 49. I gotta say, if you asked me like 30 days ago what I would be doing at day 49, I probably wouldn't picture this. I tried to go further, but I just rolled over. It's my last day here and this is what I'm doing. Rolled over and stuck on the side of the hill with a broken car. And we're halfway through the day right now. There is no time to do much anymore, so I came all this way just for this. Is this really how it's all going to end? Well, sometimes things just don't go your way. Remember when I was still fixing the car in my house It feels like forever ago now. When I was leaving, I had no idea what to expect or if I would even make it, but now, sitting here and remembering all the fun I had, I'm happy to even be here. Just think about how many times I could have died or lost everything. It's a miracle I even got this far. So, you know, I think this might be it. Or I should say, might have been it. But after remembering all that's happened so far and all the dumb, stupid things I've had to overcome, no way I'm giving up now. There is still sunlight left, which means there is some time to get it back together and get out of this mess. I mean, after rolling over and getting up so many times, why would this one be different? So, I got up and used the incredible move known as going around and got my barely driving car up the hill. And on top of the hill, there was a garage which had something pretty important in front. As soon as I got there, I killed a zombie and started replacing the wheels. And even if I switch all of the wheels, I will be basically rolling over the finish line because my engine is barely working and that's just not how I want to finish. I want to get up this hill and get as far as possible while there's still time. So I came up with a solution. Okay, hopefully everything is okay now. We are losing water. What does this car have? The Golf I just stole the wheels from has an engine. So I took it out, put it in my car, filled everything up as fast as I could, and started driving. Okay, for the love of God. Yes! Thank God we're out. And even if I spent 50 days here, I had so many problems, I didn't even get that far, so I have to drive as far as I possibly can in this final stretch. With this new engine, my speedometer was reaching speeds I've never even seen before. It was so fast, I couldn't even avoid this rock, so I had a small crash, but I got back up instantly. God damn it, go, no time. The sun was setting, and I was running out of time, but I still pushed forward as much as I could. But sooner or later, I had to stop. This is not good. The sun is going down and it seems like my journey here is ending. But this time was different than before, because this was by my own accord. I was satisfied with how far I've come and happy that instead of pushing my car, I got to speed through the finish line. This is the end of the journey. There is not much else to be done except just hopping out of the car and staring into the night sky. I've been so preoccupied with everything, I've never even noticed the beautiful sky that surrounds me. I saw Alter, Deneb and Vega making up the summit. Straight to the side, you can find the famous really bright star over there. That's Spica. So, a bit hard to see, and that's everything. That's everything I have in this video. Right, let's go to sleep. Oh, but there is one more thing. You see, this car has been flipped a ton of times, has overheated, has had engine swaps, different tire sizes, different body panels, different mirrors. But there is one thing that stayed the same, the odometer. So let's see how far I've actually come. 254.5 kilometers in 50 days. Wow, I've gotta be the worst driver in existence. It has been genuinely fun though. Like, making this video was probably the most fun I've ever had in my life. And if you're watching this and you're this far in the video, thank you so much. Alright, bye.